Right now, millions of Americans are staring at their bank accounts, wondering if that next Social Security check will hit amid a government shutdown. Could yours be delayed? As your trusted Social Security and retirement advisor, blended with the sharp eye of a news reporter, I'm here to cut through the fog with hard facts, no fluff. Stick with me, seniors, because what I'm about to reveal could safeguard your golden years like a fortress built of solid gold. Have you checked your payment schedule lately? Let's dive in and uncover the truths that keep your retirement rolling smooth as silk. Picture this. The federal government grinds to a halt on October 1st, 2025, but your Social Security payments? They're cruising along like a well-oiled machine. Why? Because the SSA is deemed essential, pre-funded, and unstoppable. For November 2025, regular Social Security benefits, including retirement, SSDI, and survivors, are dropping right on time based on your birth date. If your birthday falls between the 1st and 10th, expect that deposit on November 12th, up to a max of $5,108 for top earners. Those born 11th to 20th, November 19th is your day, and 21st to 31st, mark November 26th on your calendar. But if you started benefits before May 1997 or get both Social Security and SSI, your check landed on November 3rd. Isn't it reassuring to know 99% of these are electronic, zipping straight to your account faster than a speeding bullet? Seniors, have you switched to direct deposit yet? If not, why risk the mail mishaps? Hold your breath. What if you're on SSI and scanning for that November check? Surprise, there isn't one this month. But don't panic, it's not vanished like a magician's trick. The SSA advanced your November payment to October 31st because November 1st fell on a weekend. That means SSI folks got 2 checks in October, keeping your annual total at 12 rock-solid payments. Looking ahead, December's check arrives on December 1st and January 2020 SIXS on December 31st. For low-income seniors aged 65 or older, or those disabled or blind, the max individual benefit sits at about $943 monthly after the 2.5% COLA boost for 2025. And students under 22? You can earn up to $2,350 a month or $9,460 yearly without touching your benefits. Talk about a sweet deal sweeter than grandma's apple pie. Question for you. Are you maximizing these exclusions to stretch your dollars further? Now, imagine working a bit while on disability. Could that jeopardize your SSDI? Not as much as you think, thanks to 2025 updates that open doors wider than ever. The substantial gainful activity threshold jumps to $1,620 monthly for non-blind recipients, letting you test the waters of part-time work without losing benefits. Trial work period? That's $1,160 a month to experiment. Average SSDI payout? A solid $1,580 monthly, up $43 from last year due to COLA. The SSA is speeding up claims too, with modernized rules factoring in remote jobs and cutting-edge medical tech to slash backlogs. Medical reviews? Streamlined like a high-speed train. Seniors on SSDI, have you reviewed your work incentives lately? These changes could add extra income to your nest egg without the cliff edge drop-off. What if your retirement comes from federal service? Will the shutdown derail your annuity like a train off the tracks? Breathe easy. Federal retirement payments under FERS and CSRS keep flowing uninterrupted. The 2025 COLA hands most a 2.5% bump, full for CSRS, a diet 2% for FERS to mirror private sector norms. For a $1,000 monthly benefit, that's about $25 more, though it trails the 12 to 13.5% hikes in FEHB premiums. Peaking at 2026, a 2.8% COLA is locked in, full for CSRS and 2% for FERS, kicking off in January. Proposals to trim FERS annuities, like axing the special retirement supplement by 2028 or hiking contributions, are on ice for now. Thrift savings plan limits? Up to $23,500 for under 50s, with catch-ups boosting that. New claims might lag due to OPM delays, but your current checks? Steady as a rock. Retirees, are you diversifying your TSP to weather these premium storms? Shifting gears to private pensions and 401(k)s, could the decline of traditional pensions leave you high and dry like a fish out of water? Absolutely, but knowledge is your lifeline. Only about 15% of private workers snag defined benefit pensions today, down from 35% in 1992, pushing folks toward 401(k)s. Good news. 2025 IRS limits let you sock away $23,500, plus $7,500 catch up if you're 50 plus. or a super catch-up of $11,250 for ages 60 to 63, totaling up to $34,750. Auto-enrollment is now mandatory for new plans at 3 to 10% defaults, and part-timers get in after just 2 years. Starting 2026, Roth catch-ups become required, taxed upfront for tax-free growth later. An executive order expands access to alternative assets like private equity, diversifying your portfolio like adding spices to a bland stew. Seniors, have you bumped up your contributions to hit these new highs? Let's circle back to the big picture. How does that 2.5% COLA for 2025 stack up against inflation, keeping your buying power afloat or sinking like a stone? It's a modest shield, calculated from third-quarter CPIW data, averaging a $43 monthly increase across benefits. For retirees, that means the average annual benefit hits $23,000, helpful, but with groceries and meds rising, it's like a Band-Aid on a bigger wound. SSI's asset limits remain tight, $2,000 for individuals, $3,000 for couples, but countable resources exclude your home and car. Planning tip: use ABLE accounts to stash more without penalties. Question: are you tracking inflation's bite on your fixed income? Deep dive into SSI eligibility. Ever wonder if a small windfall could boot you off like an unexpected eviction? Facts say no if managed wisely. SSI targets those with limited resources, providing essentials for food, shelter, and clothing. In 2025, with the COLA, couples max out at $1,415 monthly. But watch for in-kind support like free rent. It reduces benefits dollar for dollar. Student exclusions? A boon for younger disabled kin. States often supplement federal SSI. For example, California adds up to $300 more. Seniors, have you explored state top-ups to pad your payments? On SSDI, the wait for approval, could it stretch longer than a winter's night? Not anymore with SSA's push for efficiency. Average wait time dips below 5 months for initial decisions, thanks to digital submissions and AI-assisted reviews. Back pay? Retroactive to your disability onset, potentially thousands in a lump sum. But remember the 5-month waiting period post-approval. Medicare kicks in after 24 months on SSDI, vital for health costs. Have you filed online via ssa.gov to speed things up? Federal retirees, brace for this. What if premium hikes outpace your COLA like a hare racing a tortoise? FHB premiums surged 13.5% on average for 2026, swallowing much of that 2.8% COLA gain. Strategy: shop during open season, November 11th to December 9th, 2025, for lower-cost plans. CSRS folks get the full COLA ride, but FERS's annuity formula, 1% per year of service, means building TSP is key. Roth conversions? Tax smart for heirs. Question: are you reviewing your FEHB options annually? For 01k pitfalls, could mismanagement drain your savings faster than a leaky faucet? Absolutely, but avoidance is simple. Match employer contributions, free money like finding cash in an old coat. Diversify across stocks, bonds, and now alternatives for balance. Rollovers from old jobs? Direct to avoid taxes. Required minimum distributions start at 73, delay with Roths. In 2025, emergency withdrawals up to $1,000 penalty-free once every 3 years. Seniors, have you audited your 401k fees lately? Blending SSA with pensions, does double-dipping work like peanut butter and jelly? Often yes, but windfall elimination provision might trim SSA if you have non-covered pensions. Government pension offset affects spousal benefits. Facts: WP impacts about 2 million, reducing benefits by up to half your pension amount. Plan around it by maxing covered earnings. Have you calculated your potential reductions via SSA tools? Shutdown specifics. Will it freeze new applications like ice on a pond? Partially, SSA offices limit services to essentials, delaying hearings and appeals. But ongoing payments? Untouched. Over 60 million receive benefits monthly. Yours is secure. Tip: use My Social Security portal for updates, 24/7 access. Question: have you created your online account yet? COLA history. Has it always been this tame or wild like a rodeo bull? Since 1975, automatic COLAs averaged 3.8%, but 2025's 2.5% reflects cooling inflation. Highest? 14.3% in 1980. No COLA in 2010, 2011, 2016. It protects like an umbrella in a storm, but supplement with savings. Seniors, are you budgeting for variable years? SSI versus SSDI, confused like mixing apples and oranges? SSI, needs-based, no work history required, funded by taxes. SSDI, insurance-like, based on work credits, 40 total, 20 recent. Dual eligibility possible if low income. Average SSDI, $1,580. SSI, $943. Transition from SSI to SSDI at retirement age seamlessly. Have you checked your work credits? Federal thrift tips. Could TSP be your golden goose? With low fees, 0.04%, it's efficient. 2025 match, up to 5% from agency. Auto 1% even if you contribute 0. Growth potential. G fund safe as houses. C fund stock powered. Roll in 401k S tax-free. Question: are you rebalancing yearly? Pension evolution. Why the shift to 401k S, leaving security behind like yesterday's news? Cost for employers. Pensions promise lifetime payouts, risky. 401k S shift burden to you, but portable. Secure 2.0 Act mandates auto features, boosting participation to 90% in compliant plans. For remaining pensions, PBGC insures up to $81,000 yearly if company folds. Seniors, have you vested in any old pensions? Scam alerts, fraudsters circling like sharks? SSA never calls demanding payment or info. Report to oig.ssa.gov. In 2024, losses topped $100 million. Protect like a vault. Verify via official channels. Have you shared this with family? Future outlook. Will benefits last or fade like morning mist? Trustees report solvency to 2035 at full, then 83% payable. Reforms discussed. Raise cap on taxable earnings, $168,600 in 2025. No cuts imminent. Plan diversified income. Question: are you preparing for potential tweaks? Wrapping up, seniors, armed with these facts, your retirement shines bright as a diamond. From shutdown-proof payments to COLA boosts and 401k maxes, you're empowered. Stay vigilant, check ssa.gov, and thrive. What's your next step?